Three medications every livestock farmer must have. I'm going this video. Assalamu alaikum. In this video, I'm going to show you three medications that most of the livestock farmers in Africa have. Whether they have veterinary around, they don't have veterinary around, they all have it. And the reason I'm sharing this with you is not for you to go ahead and go and start administering your livestock. Please consult your veterinary before you use any of this medication. However, I'm doing this video just for educational content or educational purpose. Yes. Should we go? Number one is Dma. Dma comes in various forms. Basically, it is just to deworm the animal if probably it has been affected by some living organism inside and outside. When you give it Dma, it protects it. So the Dma comes in various forms. One, the one that comes as a tablet, and two, the one that comes as injectable substance. It comes in the form of a liquid that we inject. That is per what I know. I didn't go to agriculture school. Don't come and disturb me. I'm telling you from experience. So for the one that is in the form of a tablet, my uncle taught me that you put it in a bottle, you break it, you break like half of it, just drip it in a bottle. When you drip in the bottle, you pour water inside, then you shake it. When it dissolves, then you catch the goat or the sheep, then you feed it. You drip, then it will pass. You let it drink a little amount, not too much. Something like some 3 spoons, normal spoons. Is this spoon nice? Something like 3 or 5 of this spoon. It's not bad. Just make sure that it has been dissolved well. So that way, when you give it once or twice every month, it's not bad. Yes, that way it will help protect the livestock. And the other form of Dma is also coming in the form of a bottle, and that is what you are seeing here. It comes in a bottle like that. That one we inject. So that one is how do you inject it? According to what my veterinary taught me, is that you find a loose skin, normally at the shoulder, and you don't inject it direct. You get the loose skin side, then you drag it like this, and then you put the needle inside and you inject. So it doesn't actually go into the flesh, but it goes into the skin. So that's how we inject that one. That's according to what I was taught. But you need to consult your veterinary first. I beg you. I don't want any problem. Number two is multivitamin. So this one is a medication that you give it to your animal if it doesn't like eating or it has lost appetite. And it has a lot of reasons why they take it, and it's written on the box. But the popular one I know is that if it loses appetite, that is the one you give it. So that one too, it comes in the various forms. But the box that you are seeing on your screen right now is what I bought, and that is what I've been using. Though I see that they sell some. So when you have that one, whenever your animal loses appetite, or you're able to identify the animal has lost appetite, then you inject it. But with that one, whenever an animal is not eating, you need to study the animal and see and ensure that there's nothing wrong with it. Sometimes ticks, ticks might have a baby. It's disturbing the animal, or some disease is disturbing the animal. It has a sore somewhere. All those could be a reason why the animal will not eat. So you need to check the animal first. If you have a veterinary, you can invite them to do that. If you don't have a veterinary, you have to screen the animal, ensure that there's nothing that you can ever see on it to say that this is the reason why it is not okay and it doesn't eat. So when you're able to establish that before you now administer that drug. So with this one, how do you inject it? With this one, you don't inject it in the skin. This one you inject in the fleshy place. So you need to identify or locate where there is flesh, usually at the thighs. Then you inject it into the meat. But you have to be very careful. You don't over push the needle to go and meet the bones. I beg you. So if you get that one and you're going to inject, it has a measurement too. It's not by heart. They've written the number of kilograms the animal has to be, and then the number of what you have to inject it. So you need to watch those things all before you inject. I beg you. It's not you just drag anyhow and then you inject. So when you identify the meaty or the fleshy place of the animal, usually the thigh, that is where you inject down. So that one is there to increase its appetite and want to eat. but at the same time you need to ensure that there is food. Number 3 is which one? Number 3 is the antibiotics. The antibiotics, that one you don't use it every time. So that one too, if you identify that the animal is weak, the animal is not feeling well, the animal there are some diseases that have come around, or the animal is being infected, so that is the one you administer to the animal. So that one is very powerful. You don't inject it every time. The first 2 that I mentioned, those ones you can inject it every month, your livestock, and the Dma, if it is an injecting one or it is a tablet one, and then the Multivitamin, you give it once every month. It's not bad. So when you do that every month for those 2 medicines that we did earlier, but this antibiotics you don't inject it by heart. That one, it is when you identify that, or maybe there is sickness around, or maybe there is something that is going on, or you see that the animal is actually not feeling well. You've checked everywhere and it's kind of like affected. So usually it is best when the veterinary is around to check it for you. But if the veterinary is not around to check it for you, yourself, you have to check and see that this animal is somehow infected, or it is sick, or it's something wrong with it, before you now inject this one with it. And you need to read on the box. They have written the kilogram that the animal, the weight of the animal, and then the needle, how much of the medicine you pull to inject it. So you have to know that one, so that you don't go and then over drag and then go and do what and inject. You also have to know the times that you are supposed to inject the sheep. So that is it. Those are the 3 medicines that I know that every livestock farmer usually have with them. And if you have any suggestions, you can also leave it under the video, then I'll learn from you. And if there is something I've left out, you can remind me. But usually what I would like to conclude with you is that don't administer into the livestock without the help of a veterinary. I'm not a veterinary, but I have learned from them. So the things I have shared with you, they are not classroom things I went to learn. I'm sharing with you things I've acquired from experience, from veterinary supporting my livestock, and how I have learned from them. So guys, these are the 3 medications. If this video has been helpful to you, kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel, share this video, share and tell people to come and share. If there's anything, you can let me know. If you have any questions about your livestock, it is having some challenges, you can let me know. I also want to tell you that if you want to call and talk long, you are calling me to talk about 5 minutes, 10 minutes, no problem. But if you are calling me to talk more than 10 minutes, to talk long, that means you have to book consultation, and that one is not free. I charge for consultation. So when you WhatsApp me on the number you are seeing on screen, I tell you how much I charge for consultation. Yes, because I paid for this information. You don't expect me to come and give you all the information for free. You understand? Even this video, when you see that I did a video and I'm mentioning, there are things that are written on the box. I didn't even go into detail, but I just give you an overview of everything. So there's consultation. So if it requires I get the veterinary, for you to speak with the veterinary, I will get a veterinary, so the veterinary can speak with you if it is something that I haven't learned from them. But if it's something that I've learned from them, I've already acquired that. You understand? So actually, informations are very important. Information is not supposed to be shared free like that. How many of the veterinaries have you seen them doing videos like this? It's not that they can do. They can do, but every information you see, you have paid for, you have to also monetize it so that you can also benefit from it. Nobody shares information for free. But at the same time, I am interested in helping you. That is why I make these videos, to give you just about them, so that you can also take it upon yourself. You can go and learn by yourself. You can get the assistant of a veterinary, or you can hit me up. But at the same time, you need to know that all the information I'm sharing with you, I didn't get them free. I paid for them. Comprend? Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah wa barakatuh. I'm grateful for your time.